Hello, it's Brick Bros UK and we have a super cool minifigure creation that will please Spider-Man Homecoming fans because after lots of requests, we've managed to create Spider-Man's homemade suit, which is a suit that features a lot in the movie trailers, so it was disappointing not to see it in one of the two movie sets. But we did enjoy taking up the challenge of making our own version in LEGO so we could share it with anyone who might like a homemade Spider-Man suit for their collection. Now the homemade Spider-Man minifigure that we've made is inspired by what we saw of it in the trailers, so it might not be 100% accurate, but it does have a nice balance of red and blue to be recognisable as the web shooting hero. We also used a hoodie style torso, red bandana and plain red mask head to add to the minifigure's homemade rough design, so we didn't use many Spider-Man minifigure parts because we wanted the minifigure to look completely different from the Stark Tech Spider-Man suit you get in the sets. Because that Spider-Man suit's the best suit Tony Stark could make for Peter, whereas the homemade suit is basically an outfit he's made in his bedroom, so design wise we feel like we did a good job. So if you like the look of our homemade suit Spider-Man minifigure, we have a guide on how we made it, so you can add a different version of the movie hero to your Spider-Man Homecoming collection, like us. But before we check out the guide, we can first tell you a little bit about the homemade suit. Now, as far as we know from the trailers and online information, it seems like Spider-Man Homecoming is all about Peter struggling to balance fighting crime with high school whilst he's being mentored by Tony Stark, which sounds like a pretty solid plot. But along the way, Peter has to surrender his Stark Tech upgraded suit that he first got in Captain America Civil War back to Tony because he feels like he's not ready or mature enough to use it properly. So this is why Peter ends up going back to wearing his homemade suit, which is the same one that Tony finds in his bedroom wardrobe in Civil War with the goggles, and it's the same one Peter used in his early exploits in the YouTube videos. So it's technically not new to Spider-Man, but we assume he uses it more in Homecoming because it's all about Peter learning that clothes don't make a superhero and he must earn the right to wear the Stark suit. So it looks like this homemade Spider-Man suit has quite a crucial part to play in the movie, which is why we thought it was well worth making in minifigure form. So if you're interested to see how we made our homemade Spider-Man minifigure, let's move on and check out the guide. And first up, we decided to give the minifigure red and blue dual molded legs because the homemade suit has red boots with blue trousers, so we thought these legs were perfect to show this, and we got them from the Spider-Man minifigure that comes in the Rhino and Sandman supervillain team-up set. Now for the chest, we needed to find a red torso that had good hoodie printing because Peter just wears a red hoodie for part of this suit, and it was proving tricky to find, but we eventually found this LEGO City Diver Crew red torso that comes from a minifigure that's in the Deep Sea Operation base set, which came out in 2015. And as you can see, it's got some great hoodie printing on it with the tassels and radio in the pocket, which could easily represent Peter's phone, so it was a great torso choice. But we did change it up a little to give it a Spider-Man upgrade so its colours are more accurate to the real homemade suit. So we've replaced the arms with blue ones, which we got from the same Spider-Man minifigure we got the legs from. Then we added dark red hands for his web shooting wrists, which we found on the Nexo Knights Flamethrower minifigure that comes in the Lance's Mecha Horse set. But of course you can get the arms and hands from other minifigures you might have, and we feel that a combination of the red hoodie torso with blue arms and dark red hands creates a really cool looking Spider-Man outfit, even though it lacks his logo. Moving up to the head, we decided to avoid using any of the official LEGO Spider-Man headpieces because they all have web printing on them, so they wouldn't look like the plain red ski mask Peter wears. So we instead opted to use the Red Hood head, which is from the Red Hood DC villain that comes in the LEGO Batman movie collectible minifigure series. And this is a nice choice because it's good value plus easy to get, and we feel it looks good because it's a red mask that has minimal printing, and the black eyes with white middles are similar to Spider-Man's, and they could represent his goggles. But the best bit is it goes well with the rest of the body. Then as a final touch to add a little extra to the minifigure's unique design, we put a red bandana under the head with the necktie part at the front because it creates a real hood for the hoodie torso. And we got this bandana piece from our collection, but you can buy them on eBay or find them in the Winter Holiday Train Christmas set, on the Train Driver, or in the Winter Toy Shop set. So it's a standard city accessory that gives the Spider-Man a cool hood, which we feel is a clever touch. So that completes our Spider-Man Homecoming homemade Spider-Man suit minifigure. On a final note, we're glad lots of you guys asked us to make Spider-Man's homemade suit from the new movie because it deserved to be made in LEGO form. But we also enjoyed the challenge of creating something a bit different, and overall we thought we did a good job making the minifigure. Because not only did we source easy to find parts so fans could make this Spider-Man, but we also created a homemade suit that looks similar, because the dual modded legs and deep sea hoodie torso with added bandana necktie make a nice outfit. But our favourite piece is the Red Hood mask head that seems to work as the Spider-Man mask, plus with its lack of web printing it adds a nice homemade feel to the figure. You could also improve the minifigure by adding some goggles on somehow, but we thought the black and white eye printing was okay, and one big bonus about this creation is it only uses a few Spider-Man parts, so you won't need to break up your movie Spider-Man, which is great for play because Peter could swap between the two suits. So if you want a homemade Spider-Man suit minifigure for your movie mocks or scenes to battle Shocker and the Vulture, look no further and use our guide to make one similar or even better, because everyone needs a friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man. Hope you enjoyed a Brick Bros UK minifigure creation, and don't forget to check our channel for more minifigure creations and like, comment and subscribe to Brick Bros UK.